One of the biggest things that I run into, and we just kind of quickly talked about it, and it is probably the thing that I've had to fight the most over the past 10 plus years of cosplaying, is rushing a build. And this really, I was able to help this a lot with not putting an end date on my cosplays. And what I mean by that is, back when I first started cosplaying, the only convention I'd go to is Fan Expo Canada. And when I go to Fan Expo Canada, I knew I had a date. So let's say it's August 25th, 26th. I would go, okay, I have X number of months to get a cosplay done. I will start building it in March. And I would work. Something would happen. I wouldn't be able to get it done. And then I would rush. And I hated it, because I would get to the point where I'd be like 2 weeks before the con, I'd be rushing, I'd be just con crunching like crazy, and it was frustrating, and I knew I was making mistakes. So now cosplaying is just a thing that I do. And if I am aiming for something, like I'm trying to get Darius done for May, I'm starting now. But if I get to May and it doesn't happen and I don't have it done, it's not the end of the world. I'm going to be going to other conventions. There is going to be an Anime North next year as well. It is not the end of the world. And that is something I've told so many people that have asked me, you know, how do I deal with con crunching? How do I deal with rushing? Don't put yourself in a position to do that. Don't put yourself in a position where you have to rush. Plan your stuff out. You know, if you think it's going to be if your cosplay is going to be four months, you think I can do this in 4 months, plan for 8. Because if you get starting at 8 and you get 4 months in and you're done, you're early. You're done. Cool. You can maybe do some fine touches. You can maybe change some things or add some things. Don't crunch. Don't push yourself too hard. You've got so much time. I said it to somebody over the weekend. We overestimate how much we can do in a year, and we underestimate how much we can do in a decade. Like, I look back at the past 7 years of really doing cosplay and pushing content and stuff, and I can't believe how much I've done. But I know if I sat there in 2020 when the pandemic was happening and be like, this is such a big hill to do, and I'm like, yeah, if you try and do that in a year, it's gonna be overwhelming. If you let yourself get some breathing room and give yourself some time, because life happens. You know, people get sick. You may get injured or something. You don't know. Give yourself that breathing room. Give yourself that time to not feel like you're getting rushed. David in chat says, what kind of knives do you use? X-Acto knives. There's thick ones and there's thin ones. There's ones with the really thick blade that's like that. There's really thin ones that are like that. I tell anybody, if you're just starting out, it doesn't matter. Both work great. If you're getting more advanced in your cosplay, the thicker ones are better for straight lines. The thinner ones have some flex to it, which will allow you to do circles and curves a little better than the thick ones. You can easily get one. You can get the ones with the breakable ends to it. I personally, box cutters, yes, technically they're box cutters. I say no because when I worked at Toys R Us, we had box cutters. They were just little push out ones that had like a little thing on it. But yeah, X-Acto knives that have like the extended blade. You can just break the ends off, which most people do. I advise, though, to save money on blades. You can get what's called a sanding stone. I've posted it a couple times on some stories. It is a sanding stone. It's about this big. You can pick that. Yes, David, I'm about to get it. Yeah. See, David, I'm beating you to it. Yeah, sanding stone. It's got sort of a rougher side and a smoother side. Just back and forth across the blade. It'll sharpen it back up. You can keep your blades a little while longer because foam dulls the daylights out of your blades. So make sure you're using a very, very sharp blade when you're cutting your foam, and don't be afraid to sharpen it more every time you cut, because yeah, before you know it, they will just dull out instantly. Yeah, when it comes to rushing your builds, like, I think a lot of people also, because of social media, because of places like TikTok, because of Instagram and such, we see so many people posting about things and posting about their new cosplays. We feel like people are waiting for us. Like, what's Myers gonna have next year? Is he gonna work on a new cosplay? I want to see what he's working on. I'm sorry to break everyone's bubble. You're not Taylor Swift. 99% of people are not waiting for you to drop a new cosplay. Some do. Your friends and family might. But 95% of the people that you interact with on social, they don't care. They don't care when you're going to be posting those things because they're doing their own things. People don't post their failures. Yes, people don't post their failures. I've posted a couple of them. The stuff I have thrown out, I should have taken photos, but I'm too busy thinking of how to do it better that I don't show it. But yeah, you should post your failures. I try my best to post failures every once in a while because it happens. It happens.